Well, hello everybody, welcome back. I'm really glad you could join me once again. So, in my last vlog, I went to the Cotswolds with Nathan, which you all seem to really enjoy. Thank you so much for all the wonderful comments on that video. It's always great when you film a long, epic vlog like that one and spend hours editing it to see that it's really enjoyed and it's well worth the efforts that you went into making it. So thank you, I appreciate it. So as I showed you in that vlog, Nathan and I went to a place called Tetbury, which is a little town, and it has lovely antique stores, interior shops, and I said that I bought, when we were in Bath, a little ceramic pot. So I thought that in this episode I would share everything that I bought in the Cotswolds. I bought a few things, nothing too major, not a lot, but just a few lovely things. And I thought that I would share them with you. So yes, it was a wonderful trip. The Cotswolds is amazing for antique hunting or just finding something really special and unique. And I believe all the stuff that I bought there is quite unique. So I thought it'd be fun to share it with you in this video. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So I'll share with you everything. The first thing that I bought is the most simple thing and the most inexpensive thing that I bought. Now this is a Hessen bag. I love to collect these Hessen bags. I'm always nipping out to the store, or sometimes when the dog sitter's looking after Sophie, I need something to put all of her things in. And these are just great for going out shopping. You can put all of your things in without having to buy a carrier bag. Here in the UK it costs 20 pence for a carrier bag these days. And that's not a lot, but it does add up, and also for the sake of the environment, it's great to have these bags. So whenever I go to a country house or somewhere special, I'll go to the gift store and I will buy a bag, just as a memento of the time there, and because they're very useful to have. So I store these in my kitchen in a little cupboard, and they're really, really useful. So this one is from the Highgrove store, which you may know as being the country house of the King, King Charles. He bought Highgrove House in the 80s, and if you haven't looked at that house, I would highly recommend that you do go online and Google it. It is the most beautiful house. When he bought it, it was beautiful already, but he, over the years, has made it exquisite. The garden is quite famous. In fact, you can go and visit the garden for a tour. I did that about 5 years ago, and it was one of the best days of my life. You go to the house, you have afternoon tea, and then they give you a tour, and it's usually not many people on the tour, so it feels really personal and intimate, and the garden is just out of this world beautiful. So King Charles is a real avid gardener. He loves gardening, and I do believe at the weekends he goes off to Highgrove and he actually gets his hands in the dirt and does the gardening with his team of gardeners. So he's a real gardener, and you can see that in the efforts of the garden. It's just beautiful. So yes, this bag is quite cool. It's just a memento of the time there. Again, really useful to have something like this to take around. So I always love to get these. The next thing is inside the bag, because I went here to the Highgrove store in Tetbury, and then we went on to Burford Garden Centre. So Burford Garden Centre is one of my very favourite places to go. It is a magical, magical place. It is not like any other garden centre I've ever been to. Actually didn't film there. I did film a little bit, but it was quite noisy, a lot of people, so I decided not to include it in the vlog as it was over an hour long already. But when I do return to the Cotswolds, I will film there because it is very special. But in there, they have the most beautiful terracotta pots. You know those terracotta pots that are very natural and they have moss all on them? Well, they grow the moss onto them, and I get them whenever I go there. But this time I decided to get something a little bit different. So I got this beautiful ceramic glazed pot, and I'm just going to come closer so that you can see, but I just thought that this was so beautiful and would go really great with the decor at home. So it has this Royal Botanic Gardens Kew stamp on it, and I just really loved the colour and the chicness. I loved when you can see the hand that goes into artworks like this, and you can see here you have all the lines from the pottery making when they move their hands. So I really do love stuff like that, and I just thought the colour was so pretty. So instead of getting the pots that I always get, which have moss on them, I decided to get this one. And what I really want to do is to find a beautiful myrtle topiary to put in here and just have this sitting somewhere in this room. For some reason in the UK, it's almost impossible to find myrtle topiaries. One of my best friends, Graham, he owns a plant shop and he can source them for me from time to time, but he's struggling at the moment. And the other thing is that if any of you ever had myrtle topiaries, they are almost impossible to keep alive. I managed to keep them alive for like 9 months, and then the seasons change, either winter or coming into spring, and they just die. If you let them dry out even for 1 minute, they will die. So they're very, very pernickety. Love that word, pernickety. And you have to treat them like very, very special babies. So I will try to get a myrtle topiary, even though it might not really do well. I would like to try once again because they are so beautiful, and I think it would look really, really great in that pot. So yeah, I love this pot, and if I can't find a myrtle, I will find something else. Some other kind of topiary, perhaps an olive, or what also looks great is rosemary topiaries. So I would like some kind of topiary in here, and I think it'd be very, very beautiful. So the next thing that I want to share with you is the pot that I bought when I was in Bath. So we went into this beautiful interior store called Bordelais, I think that's how you pronounce it. And it just got me thinking, wow, it would be great to have a store like this in Edinburgh. It had really unique, beautiful homewares. And I saw this pot, and it is by a maker called Ori Ceramics. I'm going to put their Instagram in the description box. This is not sponsored or anything, but I just love them so much, and I like to share things that I found with you all. And I just thought that these pots were so unique. So this is the one that I chose. I'm going to come close so that you can see. So this is it, and it is hand painted, and it has this little guy on the horse, and it's supposed to be Georgian figures that he create, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, Ori Ceramics, but they create these beautiful pots, and I just love the painterly effect. You can see the hand again in the design, and I just love the colours and just everything about it. I can't explain, but there's just something that really grabs me about this beautiful, beautiful pottery. So I've looked on their Instagram and they have loads more. They make lamps, they make bowls, lots of things. So I might ask if they can make me something special, because I really just loved this. And I really do enjoy finding new artists, craftspeople, talented people who make lovely, unique things. So I think I'm going to put paintbrushes in this, or lots of pencils and things, and it will go on the desk and just look really unique. And yeah, I can't explain exactly what it is. Nathan didn't really like it, but I thought it was beautiful. And I guess that is the beauty of taste and what we like. We can't explain it sometimes, but it just grabs us, and we enjoy it. So yeah, that is my little pot, and I love that. I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comments, whether you like it or whether you don't, but I think it's beautiful. Okay, so the next thing I bought. So you're going to tell that I was on a kind of ceramic spree, because I bought lots of ceramics. This is my favourite thing that I bought. So when we were in Tetbury, we went into Amy Perry Antiques, who I follow on Instagram, and she has this beautiful shop that's mostly all white, and she has lots of beautiful white ceramics and china. So I found this beautiful tureen, and I just loved this. I think it was about £90, which is a great price for such a big tureen. And the quality of it, it's a glazed white ceramic casserole, and it has this beautiful spoon inside. Let me show you. So that if you want to make a stew or a lovely dish, you've got this spoon. But the quality of this is just so, so beautiful. And I just thought that either it will go in this cabinet here, and I can fill that whole thing with white ceramics eventually, which would look quite chic, or it can go in the dining room, on the table, if I don't have flowers there. But I really, really loved this, and I always like to see the maker's marks on the bottom of things as well. And this one is Bishop Stonier, England. I'm not sure. But I just love seeing these marks on things. And yeah, the quality of this is so beautiful. It's got like this lovely, lovely sparkly sheen on it, and it just looks so elegant. So I really fell in love with that. Nathan bought a white pot as well. And I'm just really into these white ceramics at the moment. And I think that will be a lifelong thing, to be honest. Just simple, clean, beautiful, classic and timeless. So yeah, I will be on the hunt for more white ceramics, and I think that would look really great in the cabinet there, just all displayed. So this would probably be in the centre, and then I can find smaller things to go around the sides, but I think that would look really, really wonderful. And again, it's just the process of collecting, going out finding things, having memories of travel, and that's what I love to do. I mean, this pot wasn't that expensive, it's very beautiful, but it also has memory of a wonderful time spent with my best friend in the most beautiful location in England for me. So it's all about the memories, the experience, the life, and that for me is what life is all about. I never like to go to, you know, a general store, a high street store, and buy just something for the sake of it to fill the cabinet. That cabinet's been empty for about 4 months, but I promised myself that I would find things that I truly love and truly had a special meaning for me, and I think that is important when you're collecting and finding things, not rushing into things and just finding things that really do have a meaning, and that is what I'll be doing. Yes, I really hope you enjoyed seeing what I got from the Cotswolds. I was so excited to share everything with you, and again, I think I went like on a ceramics splurge, but I really do love ceramics and beautiful things, and all of the things that I bought I know I'll love for a really long time. So with regards to the Cotswolds, the video was titled A New Life in the Cotswolds, and I saw 1 or 2 comments from people saying, oh, you said you're going to move to Paris, you said you're going to move here, and I do understand that it might seem like I'm being erratic with my decisions, but I've decided that I want to move, and it's just a case of finding the right place, and I don't mean to be irritating with that and come across as like I'm being disingenuous. But it really is just me sharing the process of finding where I want to be, and I'm still not sure. So when we were in Bath, I had a little bit of a sinking feeling when I was there, if I'm totally honest, because I was really excited about going there, because when I went there years ago, I loved it, I've always loved it. But I think after living in Edinburgh for so long and being spoiled by everything that it has, going back there just felt like a totally different experience. And I realised very quickly that it's probably not a place that I could live. It's just a little bit too quiet, a little bit too sleepy, not very big, a little bit small, and I just worry that I will be bored and restless there. Now, it's very different if I was going to move to the Cotswolds, into the countryside, into a village. I know what I'm signing myself up for, and I would approach that as living a different kind of life. And I would be able to make it work. I would live a country life, a quiet life, and I know that I'm not going to expect to have city things going on and lots of social activities, and I can prepare myself. But if you're moving to Bath, you're moving there because you want city life, you want things going on, and I just think that if I move from Edinburgh to there and downgrade those experiences, it's not really worthwhile. So for me personally, I'm ruling Bath out of the picture at the moment. So yes, if I'm totally honest with you, I'm still unsure of where I am going to live. I would be happy in the Cotswolds, I think, in a country little cottage. I would make my life there, I'd focus on my home and making it beautiful and creating, and I think I'd have a lovely life. But I was in Edinburgh this weekend, and we have the Fringe Festival on at the moment, which is one of the best festivals in the world for entertainment and the performing arts. Hundreds, in fact thousands of shows are on all over the city in different locations, and the city is buzzing with people, and I went to see a few shows at the weekend, and I remember walking out after seeing this amazing circus show and thinking, wow, Edinburgh's an incredible place to live. We have everything here, it is wonderful. It's just about the weather and being far away from friends and family and from London. But who knows, the plan was to wait till January to move, so I'm just going to go with the flow, not worry about it too much, and just see what happens. And maybe, I always believe that life turns out exactly as it's supposed to be. So I'm not going to worry, and I'm just going to let life happen and see where we go. But I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't misleading anybody with my plans to move. So I thought that I would just sit here and explain it. But yeah, I don't think Bath is the place for me. I don't think I'll be moving there, but maybe somewhere else in the Cotswolds. Well everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you've enjoyed this little vlog, and I look forward to seeing you next time. But until then, as always, take care.